The KDKA Sports Desk is brought to you by Xfinity.
All right, welcome back to the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. The Pirates in action in St. Louis, looking to snap a 4-game losing streak right now. They're tied at 1-1, and one of the problems tonight, Corey Dickerson just hasn't been himself in left field. You could say this isn't an error, but this is a play that he could have made. He misjudged a couple balls yesterday. One went off of his glove. He made an error early on, and then today, this was a play, Dexter Fowler. He hit it off the top of the wall, but you could just see his glove was just a little bit off. It would have been a great play, but there was a couple other times in left field today that it looked like he just wasn't himself. He's not playing his gold glove type defense out in left field these last 2 games. And, you know, I heard some of the announcers talk about how playing in St. Louis, it's a little bit difficult, Gene. You know, tracking the ball out there, and maybe that could be a reason for Corey Dickerson's struggles out in left field. No struggles for the Fox Chapel 12 and under team in Cooperstown today, playing in the Cooperstown National Tournament. Check this out. What a play by Fox Chapel's 12 and under team. You don't see this too often. A 4-6, 2-6 triple play. Antonio Ladon to Nicholas Squally to Brady Johnston, back to Squally. Great play. This helps Fox Chapel win this one 11-2 against a team from Maryland. So congratulations to that Fox Chapel team. That was a tremendous play. And like I said, it's worth showing a triple play anytime you see one of those, because you don't see any of those too often. And the Penguins were busy today. The front office made a signing Teddy Bluger to a 2-year deal to $750,000 for each of the next 2 years. Bluger is expected to take over for Matt Cullen in that 4th line center role. The Penguins still have 2 more restricted free agents that they want to try to get a deal done with, and I think that they'll figure something out here. Zach Aston Reese heads to arbitration on July 22nd. They could get a deal done before then. And Marcus Pettersson, Gene, that's the guy that they want to get under contract, but he's going to command some money and probably a lengthy deal if you're going to try to work something out with him.
Yeah, and if you were Marcus, you'd want that too. He's a veteran player. He really contributed here. So, yeah, he should get paid. Yeah,
he definitely should, and the Penguins need to keep him around for, you know, a while. He can really help this defense out. So, all right, let's go out to the phone lines. We got Jim out in Butler. What's up, Jim?
3 real quick comments.
Go ahead.
Number 1, the time for the Pirates to make a trade for pitching was during the All-Star break. Number 2, the media has put too much pressure on Bell. He's buckling. And number 3, what the Pirates need is a young, raw manager who's not afraid of double steals, not afraid of squeeze plays, and not make excuses for the players like this stuff does.
You know what, Jim? I really appreciate you calling in here from Butler, but I'm going to disagree with all 3 of these points. I think they should have made a pitching. I think they needed to go out way before the All-Star break to get pitching help, maybe sometime in May when they were having all these injuries. 2, I don't think the media is hard on Josh Bell at all. If anything, they praise the guy. And 3, I mean, I don't know if you can get more rah-rah than Clint Hurdle. Appreciate you calling. You have anything to say?
I'm 0 for 3 on that call, too.
Okay.
I don't agree with any of
Yeah, 0 for 3. Let's go out to Waylon out in Washington. What's up, Waylon?
Hey, guys. Hi.
Yep, let's go.
I appreciate both of you.
Appreciate
and
it.
I know Gene don't like this, but, like, you know, I think Kuchar might win the Open. Any predictions from you guys? And Gene probably knows more than I do about this.
Yeah, you know what?
There's a lot of good players.
There's a lot of good players, and I do. I'll get to my prediction here in a second, but did you read there's a funny story with Tiger Woods and Brooks Koepka. He wanted to play a practice round with Brooks Koepka, and Brooks Koepka didn't even return Tiger Woods' text at all. So
okay. Well, that tells me more than I already knew about the Open. Brooks Koepka is definitely in the Open.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so he's my pick.
Okay, he's your pick. Yeah. Rory McIlroy is the favorite to win the Open, Waylon, and who's ever paying attention out there. That's the guy that I would probably go with. He's been playing well. He has the record at Royal Portrush, a 61 when he was 16 years old. He's my pick. I don't think Tiger Woods has a chance. He's going off at 16-1 right now, but he's a great story. And, you know, you know, everyone's going to be paying attention to what Tiger does. And, you know, and like Gene said, how could you bet against Brooks Koepka? I think he's 10-1 right now. The guy is just so dominant. And he said today that he doesn't even practice. So
are those the best odds, 10-1?
No. Rory McIlroy, I think, is 8-1. It was between 8-1 and 9-1. Brooks Koepka, and then it went Dustin Johnson, Tiger Woods. John Rahm was in the mix too.
Thursday.
Waylon likes Kuchar, but I'm going to go with McIlroy here. That's going to be my pick.
I believe you. I understand. You know, they're all fantastic. You know.
Yeah, I mean, the Open,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he grew up playing in Northern Ireland, so
Yeah,
that's the guy that I like.
Yeah, that's his
Makes sense.
backyard.
Yeah, and comfort is a lot in golf. You know, when you feel comfortable at a course, you play well. Like the courses that I play, when I play better on, were the courses that I play all the time or that I like. So I think my pick is Rory McIlroy. Let's go out to Jim out in South Hills. What's up, Jim?
Not too much, Rich. Thanks for taking my call. Gene, a comment to you about baseball.
Go ahead.
In February and March, the Pirate fans and anybody that followed the Pirates thought it was going to be all about, can we get enough hitting? The pitching staff's going to be great, and look what happened.
Right.
I think that tells you almost all you need to know about baseball, and also it tells you how deep you have to be, which the Buccos have no chance to be deep because we ain't got the money. And then I have a question for Rich. But, Gene, your comment?
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. We mentioned that last night on the show, and that is the nature of baseball. You just never know. Baseball is very hard, and it's very random. But your depth observation is really good. You know, we spend a lot of time, the media does, during spring training, Rich, figuring out who the 5th starter is going to be, who the 26th player is going to be. And it's really about so much more than that. It's not who your 25 are, it's who your 40 are. And you're right, the Pirates are at a disadvantage in that regard.
Yeah, and it's because of money, exactly what you said. And, you know, and you know what? It's the Pirates that were telling us pitching is going to be the strength. You know, pitching. So that's what we were led to believe, Jim.
Yeah, well, Richie, my question to you is about golf. I know you're a crazy golfer. I am, too, have played for 55 years and just love the game. I just hope Gene at some point in time follows it enough to know about how important Tiger Woods has been to sports in the last, 25 years. But, Richie, here's my view on who's going to win. And I'm going down to the casino tomorrow to make my bet.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me. I want to know.
Well, I'm going to tell you that what the Golf Channel's saying is that right now, when you look at the last 20 years, it's a bunch of old guys, 25, 30, 35, 40-year-old guys from outside the United States that win last year. It happened to be a Molinaro.
Yeah.
That's kind of the MO, and you can get some pretty good odds on some of those guys, 15, 20, 25, 30 to 1. So I'm not sure which one I have, 4 or 5. Actually, I have an American who the other guy said, which is Matt Kuchar. It's that boy's turn, and he's an old guy who, has guts. And I think he could do it. You already picked Rory, but I'm hoping to change your mind and make some real money.
Well, if you're going to make money, that's a different story. If you're going to ask me about odds, who I like, a Molinari, Rahm, you're going to get good odds on those guys. But if you're going to ask me who I think's going to win, I think I have a good feeling about McIlroy. He's been close, and he's familiar with that golf course. And you know what? I mean, he's still one of the young gun kind of guys, but he's been around for a while, too. So that's who my pick is.
Here's my comment to you. McIlroy winning would be good for golf because he's a great guy.
Yeah, they need someone like that.
So many really good people in golf. I mean, a lot of sports have great athletes, but Rory is, it's too bad he hasn't won because he's such a good, he's another great ambassador for the game like Tiger was.
Hey, Jim, I appreciate the call. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching from the South Hills. We got to take a break. We're going to be talking more Buccos and maybe more golf if you want to. Coming up next, 412-575-2600 on the Bordas & Bordas hotline. Back in a couple minutes.